see more designed runs in the game plan? I don't mean just...
For me?
Yeah.
No. I'm not going in there to ask them for more design runs. If I don't have to run, I'm not going to run. So I'm not trying to take any hits. Because I'm not a running quarterback in a sense. I can make things happen, but I'm not trying to run. I'm not a running back. It's not my specialties. You know, they signed me to throw the ball, make decisions, and be a quarterback, not a runner.
That's a perfectly sensible take from Deshaun Watson, and it meshes with things I say all the time with quarterbacks. It's a very simple, scientific exercise. The less times you get hit, the less likely you are to get hurt. Because usually it's like a routine play where, guy's down, something's wrong. If you avoid getting hit, if you avoid the contact, you're going to avoid those moments where it's basically a roll of the dice as to whether or not you end up getting injured. So I like that. It's just hard to listen to it when you consider how much this guy is struggling as a passer. It's different if Patrick Mahomes says it. It's different if Josh Allen says it. But Deshaun Watson has not been good this year as a passer. So you get to a point where I got to do something. And if we don't have a running game beyond me to help take the heat off the passing game, I got to run it myself to try to soften up these defenses a little bit so I can throw it more effectively. That's the problem. If your passing game isn't working, you start doing anything and everything you can to make it better. And maybe for the Browns, one way to make it better is throw caution to the wind a little bit and let him run the ball on a designed basis, quarterback draw, whatever the case may be, so maybe you can find more openings in the passing game and get things going. Pete raises the question, is there something to be said about Watson saying he doesn't want to take any hits when you've got Myles Garrett doing everything he can to get himself ready to play? I don't have a problem with that because the quarterback is the guy who has to stay healthy. You owe it to your team to stay healthy and be available. We used to ridicule, not me because I wasn't in the business then, but they used to ridicule Jim Everett for taking a seat instead of taking a hit. When Peyton Manning did it, he was praised for being a genius. Avoid the hits if you can avoid them. Look at Tom Brady late in his career. He'd just throw it up for grabs. He had those interceptions in the second half of the 2020 NFC Championship game because he didn't want to get hit. And that's fine. He was 40 at the time? 43, 44, I can't remember. But yeah, don't get hit if you can avoid it. Nothing wrong with Deshaun Watson, a guy who's got an injury history, who only played in 6 games last year because of injury. Avoid the hits. However, you can still do design runs and get down. You roll out. Somebody's coming. Slide. Get out of bounds. Do whatever to avoid the hit. That might open up the passing game. Whatever it is, the Browns have to do something because they're not getting the return on the Deshaun Watson investment. At some point, he's got to play better, or the Browns are going to have to make a tough decision. Do we pay him to not play? And remember, that whole sexual assault lawsuit pending, maybe a suspension, void the guarantees. The Browns and Deshaun Watson don't feel like they are bound together through the end of that 5-year, fully guaranteed contract. And if he doesn't improve significantly this season, like I said, big decisions to be made by the Cleveland Browns. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.